Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Richmond Tigers review. Yes, I'm reviewing the Richmond fucking football club. Every round I review the games for my club, and this round is probably the round I want to review the least. This was bad. We got defeated by 54 points to the Fremantle fucking football club. We kicked 6 goals, 13, once again, extraordinarily inaccurate for the second week in a row. For many weeks in a row, actually. Let me check, have we ever kicked a positive goal to point ratio? Opening round, we kicked, what do we do here? 9 goals, 6 the opening round, so we actually kicked more goals than points. Round 1, we kicked 12 goals, 9. So we start off the season pretty well in terms of accuracy. And then against Port Adelaide in round 2, we go 13 goals, 14, so a little bit inaccurate, but still pretty decent, basically 50-50. When we get our win against Sydney, 11 goals, 16, we were poor there in terms of our set shot accuracy. Then in round 4, I believe that was, St Kilda, 9 goals, 6, relatively accurate as well. Round 5, was that our bye round? No, we lost to the Eagles that round. We kicked 10 goals, 10. The next round was the bye round in round 6, I believe. Yes, round 7 is when the accuracy goes to shit. 5 goals, 12, and now in this game, we kick 6 goals, 13. It's just not good enough. It is not good enough. The points we're kicking, yes, a lot of it's a rush behinds and stuff, but we can't give ourselves a chance of winning. We don't have the quality to be able to do this. If we want to win games, we have to kick accurately. Otherwise, we got no chance. Fremantle kicked accurate 15 goals, 13. We got the same amount of points. They kicked 9 goals more. It was just... after the first quarter, it was basically, in my opinion, game over. Yep, it was game over. As soon as they got the lead, it was kind of like, we're just not going to get this back, are we? We're just not good enough. And we weren't good enough. There was a fleeting moment in the first quarter we were ahead, but unfortunately for the majority of the game, it was just being outplayed, outdone. We were shit. We at least we didn't get an injury, which is nice, great for once. But our big boys stood up. The Bakers, the Shorts, the Martins, the Riolis, those sorts of players. The Vostons, they stood up. But we can't be kicking under 50 points every fucking week. It's ridiculous. We kicked 42 points last week. The points are just not good enough. The week before that is the bye, obviously. I'm going through all the games again, but how many points do we kick? 70 points against West Coast with a horror defence is not good enough. We kicked 60 points against St Kilda, barely over 50. 82 points when we get our win over Sydney, which is our best. 92 points against Port Adelaide, actually, which is pretty good. So we start the season all right, 81 points, and then the opening round we only got 60 points. But we're just really hitting a brick wall, which is just not good. And it's not good enough, to be completely honest. Luke Ryan killed us with 39 touches. He had 31 kicks, 15 marks. He was phenomenal. And then Sarong, the midfield. Sarong, 38 touches, 6 clearances. Hayden Young, 8 clearances, 30 touches, alongside the 2 goals. Andy Brayshaw, 31 touches, 5 clearances. Domination, absolute domination. In terms of top disposal getters, they had the top 4, which were those. Clearance getters, Young, Sarong, O'Meara, then Brayshaw. They had the top 4. It's just not good enough. It is not good enough. Our midfield is just not good. It's just not good. And even though we have players who are performing really well, like Voston's been All-Australian, arguably best defender in the game. Dustin Martin's been pretty good. Shea Bolton's been pretty good. Riola's been pretty good. Baker's been alright. Nank has been okay. We are just still not good enough. And speaking of Nank, I thought he actually battled really well and has actually led well this season, but I think we just don't have the quality, really. That's the end of the day. We don't have the quality. Josh Tracy, whatever the fuck that guy's name is, kicked 4 goals on our head top. Lafau, Celts, he was our only multiple goal kicker with 2 goals. The behinds, Ralph Smith, 2 behinds. Nate, Dawes, Mansell, Lafau, Campbell, Brown, Broad, Bolton, behind. and all the rush behinds as well. It's just so frustrating. They had 82 more disposals than us. They had 47 more marks than us. They had 35 more handballs than us. They had 21 more inside 50s than us. They were just clearly the better team. But once again, we lose free kicks 11-20. Absolutely no shock there. I'm so sick of complaining about free kicks. We're minus 300 and something for the last 5 years. The next worst is Hawthorn with minus 108. It's just ridiculous. There's something going on. The AFL need to investigate it. I'm not going to continue talking about it. I'm actually drained. You can hear me. I'm fucking drained about it. I mean, we won hit outs, but they killed. Look at this. 16-36 clearances. They more than doubled our clearances, which is absolutely hilarious. They got 20 more than us. Holy shit. And have a laugh at this. Centre clearances, 5-14. 5-14. I mean, the territory battle was lost immediately because 14 out of 19 times, they've gotten that centre clearance. Stoppage clearances, 11-22. Contested possessions, 98-111. They killed us there. Uncontested, 280-219. They had more turnovers. They had 65, we had 58. They even had more turnovers, man. We can't win anything. They had 33 more marks than us. They just killed us everywhere we went. And I think the most damning stat from all this, like, we know we don't have the midfield. We know we don't have the greatest forwards. We got a great backline. We have showed effort, I think, every game this season. But I feel like this is the first time it's dwindled. And this is the stat that reads it out for me. 40 tackles to 60 tackles. They not doubled, sorry. They got 20 more tackles than us, which, how could you ever win a game with that effort? We've averaged 53.5 tackles this season. We got 40 for that game. They averaged 58, they got 60. They had 14 tackles inside the 50 as well compared to our 8. But I think that's a glaring statistic. The fact they've obviously had way more of the ball and they've gotten way more tackles than us. Anyway, on the ladder right now, we find ourselves in a precarious second last. We are stinking up the gaff on 71.7%. We're clearly part of the bottom 4. I think there's no negotiating that now. It's just wearing that bottom 4 till we finish at the end of the season. I'm still got hope for next game. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Next game, we are playing the Dogs, who just lost to Hawthorn. So I have a lot of hope for that. And then there's some really hard games in the future. But I'm really looking forward to next week. If we show effort, I think we'll win. And I'll tip us again next week. But I did tip Richmond this week. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm pretty drained as a Richmond supporter, so I'll be seeing you in another video.